Hey everybody, that's Pete. I'm Andy. This is Pete and Andy Talk Skiing or TV. We finally had a slope contest. Praise the heavens. We also had a halfpipe contest. That is the last halfpipe qualifying contest. We will give you our picks for Team USA. And we're going to update the OPP, Pete and I's rankings list, which is the best gosh darn rankings list on the planet. And Pete has to suffer through another power rankings. We'll do halfpipe and slopestyle, which is going to be awful, but we're going to do it anyway. So Pete, slopestyle, it happened. We had one. What were your thoughts?
I mean, my initial thought was, I'm glad it didn't take any longer. Mid-January, first slopestyle contest, Olympic qualifying year.
Thank goodness it didn't take longer.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they pulled it off in Aspen too, because I heard there was like a mix-up. We were going to do it at Buttermilk. Now it's going to be at Snowmass. So I think I'm glad they got a course together. It wasn't like an A-level course. A couple jumps, the jumps looked okay. But again, from my outside viewer perspective, just very happy to watch a slopestyle contest.
They did it. I mean, if they had to cancel that would have been like a disaster nightmare scenario. And yeah, it was fun to just watch a slopestyle contest and be able to be like, wow, look at those rails and those jumps. This is cool. I remember now. I liked this event. We should do more of these. What an idea.
Absolutely. No, it was sweet. And then, I mean, I don't think we can go any farther into the slope contest without saying congratulations to Mac Forehand. Winning the event, qualifying for a spot on the U.S. Olympic team.
Unofficial, but official for Pete and Andy, but unofficial for,
I'll speak officially. Congratulations, Mac. Great contest. Way to step up. He had a great run, too. So very, very pumped to see that.
Yep. Rounding out the podium after Mac was Henry Silderoo. That wasn't his first World Cup podium, right?
I think he's had another.
Yeah. And then Ulrich Samnoy. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Norwegian kid. That was his first World Cup podium, right?
That was his first slope-style podium. I think he's podium big air before.
Okay.
But I think that was his first slope podium. So that was cool. And I think the finals field, as you saw it too, is like, there were a lot of mistakes. Like beyond your top like 4 or 5, the scores fell off. People were not landing runs consistently. So it wasn't like this heavy hitting final. It was in the top half of it or whatever, but it wasn't. I don't know. It's probably because we haven't had a slope event.
Yeah, it's tough to land runs when you haven't done many runs. Like, there's probably aren't even like full slope courses anywhere in the world. So speaking of the men's podium, let's talk about the men's podium, because I think it was in his second run, Henry Silderoo came down and he must have looked at the monitor or whatever where it has the scores and it calls out tricks, and they did not properly call out one of his tricks, and he was like, that wasn't my run. Do you think, is there a controversy here?
Potentially. I mean, if I look at the top 4, because it was Connor Ralph in 4th, I think Connor's run was a podium run at some level. I think Mac's run was the winning run.
Yeah.
But between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place, there's probably, I am not going to say it was a full controversy, but I could have seen it potentially different.
Okay. But so do you think I think it was 18 versus 14. I think they called a 14 and Henry did an 18. Do you think that extra 360 would have been enough for him to beat Mac Forehand and win the event?
No,
I don't think so either. But I thought I thought that was interesting. But I mean, like, so, uncharacteristically, I will defend the judges a little bit here. So like, I don't think the person that, I know, right? I don't think the person that, like types in the trick that they did is necessarily the person that's judging that trick. I think it's probably the head judge. So, and, like, I'm, not trying to throw shade on the head judge or whatever. Like, he might have just like typed in some stuff, like whatever. And then afterward, they actually, agreed on what the trick was. So I don't think there's an actual like, controversy here. I think, I think it's likely the judges knew what went down, but that's just went out to TV before they had set a score, and that's just the way it goes. So Yeah.
I see that as probable. And again, back to the 360 thing, one of the things that stuck out for me on Henry Silderu's, I think it was like his scoring, podium run was like his first trick was transfer on that top rail to a K-fed, so front swap and a back two. And it just, you put that against, Connor Ralph's rails or Max rails, and that like doesn't really, in a slope course that has 2 jumps, you really got to make those rails shine because you have 3 rails and 2 jumps. And we're talking World Cup level skiing. We're talking Olympic qualifier, at least for the US. Me, the K-Fed, even though it was a transfer, personal opinion.
I didn't. Yeah. I mean, I honestly, like, I didn't look super closely at, like, how they were, like, maybe weighting the jumps differently than rails. I didn't. I mean, that's, I guess, probably my job. But I was just like, maybe I just wanted to watch the slopestyle contest. And I was like, this is fun. I mean, I thought Henry skied great. But I wasn't, when I saw him come down, I wasn't like, oh, there it is. Winning run. Like, I thought it was a good run. But I actually agree. I thought Connor Ralph, I was quite surprised when he did not catch a podium there, but
yeah, me too. And I think we've talked about him quite a bit this year. We're Connor Ralph fans because he's been skiing great, not just this year, last year included.
Yeah, breakout year last year, my opinion.
Yeah, was he robbed a little bit? Like maybe it's really hard to say though.
Yeah. So what did you think about ladies? We had Kirsty Muir first place, Megan Oldham, and then Elena Gaskell.
Yeah, it was a good event. I think the only thing that bummed me out, just because I'm in this mode of USA pride right now, with the upcoming
we all
Olympics
are, Pete. It's okay.
Yeah, obviously wanted an American up there, but other than that, I think it was like a fairly good women's contest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, again, I think there could have been more landed runs, but again, I think for the first, I just can't believe it was the first contest of the year. For the first contest of the year, I mean, I thought it was good. I mean, Kirsty Moore's also, she's been skiing great. So
yeah,
zero surprise to me that she won. Not a super deep field, but still, podium ladies skied great.
That's what I was gonna say about the field, is that we've had these big airs this year, right? And we've had more of those than slope. Now we're on to our first slope. And the field wasn't that strong. And I feel like for other nations, like you're going and you didn't have to do big air and you don't have some crazy qualification criteria. So honestly, I feel like where we're going to see, like, I don't know, the best slope event this year is going to be the Olympics.
Yeah.
I think.
No surprise.
And I think
I mean, maybe X Games too. Yeah, Locks and X Games, but
Locks and X Games as it kind of like ramps up a little bit. But I think, it was kind of like maybe a soft start in terms of competitors, there in Aspen.
Where I feel like we can agree, we're calling this a B. This is a B level event, for OPP purposes, for life purposes. But yeah, this was the B level event. It was, 2 jumps. Snowbass did a great job of putting up a course when they had 0 snow, and they probably have even less snow now. So that's great.
For sure.
But
yeah, I think it's just got to be a B event. I'm not saying you need 3 jumps at every event to qualify it as an A event, but nice. Some of the rails too, like that second rail in Aspen, it was like a long down. It was low, and it was like people got some stuff off of it, but just overall, I have to go B with it as well.
So Halfpipe, unless you had something else you wanted to say on slopestyle.
I can talk slope style all day, but we can move on.
All right, so Halfpipe. Men's Halfpipe. FMI put down a hell of a run. Won the event.
That was a heater.
Hunter Hess also put down a hell of a run. Got second. Nick Goepper was third. Your thoughts on the men's event?
If Hunter landed his last run,
okay,
would it have put him in first place? That's my question to you. That's the big question for me for Halfpipe.
Okay, good question. I will answer your question, but not directly. I will say,
fantastic.
It would be fun if I just said yes or no, right?
Yeah.
After having watched Hunter's second run, I feel that there is now finally a legit contender for FMI. And I honestly, I didn't think I was going to say that. And that's not like we got a lot of really good half pipe skiers, right? Like Goepper, Alex, like there's a lot of real good half pipe skiers out there. But for the past 11 months, FMI has been on an island by himself. Like if he lands his run, he wins. Like that has been pretty much the thing for him. But man, we knew, right, that Hunter had, like these tricks that he could put in his run, but for him to just like put them both in his run, like all of a sudden and just do it, I didn't think he was going to be able to do that. And he did it. And so I think there's one thing you can look at the run that he did in Aspen is he didn't grab his 16 great. And that's it. And I'm sure, if Hunter ever watches this, he's like, dude, do you know how hard it is to grab that trick? And like, I understand, like, for sure. And it's the first time he ever did it. First time he ever did it in contest? I don't know if it's the first time he ever did it in contest, but whatever.
I think he's done it before, but it's not a staple. It's not a staple.
Yeah, it is not a staple. And it's really hard. I get it. But yeah, I think if he does that run as well as he can do it, it's a big deal. It's a really, really good run.
For sure. I think his second run, I think I was driving in the car and watching, which I don't recommend.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
I think I actually pulled over because I was losing.
Smart.
After like his first two hits. That was the most full package I've ever seen Hunter ski.
Yeah, I think he went.
It was
again.
Amplitude besides the 16 grab. Every other grab was visible. It was huge.
I think he went bigger than FMI, and I couldn't believe it.
I think so. It was electric. And I think if he put it down, it would have been really, really close.
Yeah.
At the same time, I was like, Hunter, you're like leading points right now. You're qualified. You're doing
Maybe
great.
Tone it down, bro.
No, I don't like that. Keep the pedal on the gas. But I saw that glimpse of like, that guy could win the Olympics. And I think in men's pipe, there are so many people that you could say that about. Yeah. Right? There just are. Like Goepper, who's been on top of the podium, like Alex Ferreira, who's been on top of the podium, FMI, Hunter, Luke, it's very exciting. And I think the excitement is more because we've had so many pipe events. We've seen everybody's kind of had these like glimpses. This was Hunter's glimpse into like that greatness, that first place spot. And so that was the biggest takeaway for me.
Yeah. And so,
like, oh boy.
And without getting into it too much more than we already have, like, the real good way to separate yourself in a half pipe is how you combo your tricks, right? Combinations. And I remember the first time I watched FMI do, his alley-oop double 10 into a switch double, I was like, that is awesome. That is so hard. I've never seen that. But Hunter is doing both switch doubles back to back, switch left and switch right. And that's really, really, really hard. Mm-hmm. And so, people will do some switch alley-oops back to back and whatever, but I feel like, switch down the pipe is always scored a little bit better. I think, a little bit harder. And so I think that, no one else, it is a thing that Blunk has done in the past, but I think you can say now, no one else will be doing that at the Olympics. So it's a big deal. And he doesn't do them small either. Yeah. Like those are massive. And that is really, really difficult to do. So that is probably, and creativity that like he's got a lot of really good stuff. So
I know. And you just,
I was blown away.
Yeah, I was too. You hope that's when you said that sounded like almost a call out to the judges. That's like, you realize, right? But like, do you realize like the level of difficulty doing what he does?
Yeah,
in the way
comboing, linking, switch tricks, especially switch doubles, is insane. And I think in crashing on his Misty 5-7 that he does at the bottom, I think it goes to show you like that is not an easy trick, right? To be able to go that big on an inward, right? Like flipping trick, it's really hard. Like taking something to that amplitude really adds a difficulty multiplier to whatever you're doing, and especially that trick. So it's like, he has done that so many times. He never falls on that. But when you're doing it 15 feet out, it's a whole different situation. So anyway.
Yeah. It's crazy. There's probably a reason nobody else does it.
There might be.
That's Hunter's trick.
Yeah, right? It's possible.
Yeah.
Imagine. So then, ladies, Li Feng Wei, her first podium of the year, or her first win, I guess, not first podium. Zoe Atkin, and then Ku Xinzhong again. But I felt like all of a sudden, I didn't feel like Li Feng Wei really skied great so far this year. And then, man, you put her in the Aspen Halfpipe, and I thought that was a whole run. I thought Zoe skied great too, but yeah, I think I was like accurate podium. That was a big contest for the girls.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm going to pull up full results here real quick because I just want to remember where the closest or the next American was in that.
Let's see. Do I have it? So Abby Winterberger was 6th.
Okay.
Yep. Because we had Indra was 4th, Misha Thomas 5th. At the time, I remember thinking, I don't remember the run so well now, but at the time, I remember thinking, I thought Abby Winterberger should have been a little higher. And again,
skis well.
Yeah, it might be that she's an American and, I'm wearing another American ski sweater. So, I'm wearing my bias on my chest, as they say. But yeah. I mean, I was like, that Abby Winterberger girl skis really well. I don't know anything about her. I think, what is she 18? I think she's super young. She's a really, really very good skier. So yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Indra in 4th there. And then Hannah, I just went and looked back because she qualified 4th in a full Haber, but then she ended up 9th or something like that.
Yes, it has been a tough few years for Hannah. I mean, I was stoked that she made finals. I was like,
for sure,
awesome, good for her.
Yeah,
and and it was a big event.
Kind of wild. And then we also had Svea, who didn't start.
No, she did not start. And I don't blame her because she had an Olympic start anyway, and she didn't feel great. I think she said it was her knee has been hurting her. I mean, yeah, I think you'd be tough to find an American athlete that feels good right now about where their body is after all this competing and all this stress and all this crap. So, Pete, do you have anything else that you would like to say about Aspen?
No, let's move on to Olympic spots.
So, yeah, because we are officially done with the contests for Halfpipe, and we don't know what all the spots are going to be. So I feel like it's a good idea for you and I to argue of what we think their discretion spots should be. And also we can, I mean, with the slope stuff, we can do a little bit of anticipation here, right?
For sure.
What we think might happen, the whole thing.
Yeah, and after Matt's
one event,
first place, and we already have 2 other people qualified, we're talking about 1 spot.
Yeah, one spot for men.
I think we can dig into that. Let's start with men's halfpipe.
Great point. So we have Alex Ferreira, Nick Goepper, Hunter Hess going. Qualified, they're in. We only get 1 more spot for one. And that last spot, as you know, but I'll tell the people, is technically a coach's discretion spot. That means...
Do that again with your,
coach's discretion. So on paper, what that means is that coaches can look at all the athletes and determine who they think has the best medal potential, and they can invite that person. That's not really how it works, though, because coaches can give recommendations. It's really like a director's discretion. This is way above a coach's payroll. No coach can be like, I really want this athlete to go. And they're going to go, okay, yeah, it's a great idea. Let's write him in. Like, they don't care what the coaches say. Directors get in a room with the higher ups of the U.S. ski team, and they figure out who they want to send to the Olympics. That's how it actually works. But that being said, on the men's halfpipe side, the last coach's discretion spot Burke and Matt Labat have almost identical results, and they're both really, really good skiers. Who do you think is going to get the spot?
I think this is like a very hard question to answer because
not supposed to be easy, Pete.
I know, but it's like there's what I think, there's what it says on paper, and I don't know. To be honest, I want both of them to go, and I think that they both deserve it. And so I'm gonna, instead of answering the question, I'm gonna go wildly off topic here and say that I think it would probably come from the IOC, but we have 4 spots for men's pipe and we have 4 spots for women's pipe. And I think you should be able to take 5 men and 3 women, or vice versa. 6 women that are absolutely crushing it and a couple of men. Depending on what your team, what your athletes look like per year, I think there should be some sort of leeway. I don't like that we have to share spots with freestyle. We are just completely different. Stop putting us under the same umbrella. Stop capping our quota spots because of aerials and moguls. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I want both of them to go. I'm not going to answer your question.
So I'll tell the people. So what Pete's talking about is in freestyle skiing, which is technically slopestyle, big air, half pipe, moguls, aerials, right? That's free, again, air quotes, freestyle skiing, because to me, half pipe skiing, slopestyle skiing, it's not freestyle skiing. Anyway, you're only allowed a certain amount of athletes for all those 5 events. I think it's 36, 26 per gender, or maybe 34. It's somewhere in there. But yeah, so you get to a point where we're actually competing with not just like, slopestyle athletes against slopestyle athletes, but slopestyle athletes against aerialists, against mogul skiers. And it's weird. It is really, really, it makes zero sense. Like, we might as well be competing against the bobsled team, right? Like, there is zero logic in this other than, people have 2 planks on their feet. Like, other than that, there is nothing else similar in these sports. So it's so antiquated, but good luck convincing FIS or the IOC or whatever that we are supposed to, that doesn't make any sense. I don't think they care.
Well, I mean, the other issue I have with this, like, freestyle, as they call it, because again, our events, slopestyle, half pipe, big air, that's free skiing to me. Okay. And so FIS came in and they took over the Freeride World Tour. That could be a part of us. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But I think we also have ski cross in there, right? I'm pretty sure that's under the freestyle umbrella.
Yeah.
So, like,
not that Americans do ski cross now, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's a race. You're racing. That goes over to Alpine. Get those out of there. Give us some leeway with our spots. And don't make me pick between men's
Burke and Matt Labat.
Burke and Matt Labat. Don't make me do it.
Yeah.
Somebody fix it. So that's my opinion.
Well, I like it. Well, I know you know this, but I will answer my own question for the people. And the answer is Burke has slightly better results. And I don't see how they cannot go with Burke, which is obviously really unfortunate for Matt Labat and really unfortunate for Team USA, because Matt Labat is a great skier. And he just drew the short straw. Like, that's the answer. We didn't really have great half pipes to qualify in. Like, the Aspen event was great, but other than that, there weren't a lot of great half pipes. So it wasn't a great qualifying season. And
no, it wasn't. We talked about it last year too. And Calgary sometimes has a good pipe, but for the most part, it's just really cold and it's a short, not great pipe.
Yeah.
Can we not go there again? Sorry, Rex Thomas. Calgary is great. But
for 6 days out of the year. Yeah, I mean, Copper wasn't great. Like Secret Garden, like they were both kind of windy and weird. Anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe we should move on. So, ladies half pipe. So we have Svea Irving is in. Congrats, Svea. You deserved it. Yes. Absolutely 1,000% should go. She is the only one that is qualified. So all the other spots, potentially up to 3, are coach's discretion spots.
Yes.
How would you like to tackle this one?
Okay.
That's a lot of discretion.
It's a ton. For this one, I'll give you two people that I would send if it was up to me.
Okay.
I would send Svea, obviously, who's going. I would send Kate Gray and Abby Winterberger.
I completely agree.
Those would be my next two picks. I think they've been skiing great. I think in the way we've seen their runs develop, they obviously put a bunch of time and effort into training. And I think at their age and stage within the Olympic and
they're both like 19 or something. They're both young.
This would be a great time for them to go get the experience, compete as hard as they can, obviously, right? Not gonna count them out or say that they're out. They've both been in finals, right? Like it could happen, but those would be my next two picks.
Yeah.
So that
I completely agree.
3.
Yes.
And if I was to, again, this is personal, and if it was me and for that 4th spot, despite not having the results, I would take Hannah Fulhaber.
All right. Well, so I'll tell you this. For your first, well, I guess your second and third, whatever, Kate Gray, Abby Winterberger, I agree. The results agree. I think they will get spots, right? I think, Abby's best result maybe is a 6th, 5th, 6th. I have it written somewhere, but I don't want to find it. I think that's likely good enough to get a spot. But yeah, so I think the next best results might be Riley Jacobs by a hair.
Mm-hmm.
And so both Riley and Hannah, like neither of them competed last year, and Hannah hasn't competed for 2 years. But unfortunately for us, like before she got hurt, she was probably our best athlete. So I think, I mean, and you already made the case, but I think you can make a great case that Hannah should be the 4th spot. Because it's like, is she actually healthy? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like probably between now and, when the Olympic contest actually happens, she'll probably be healthier. She'll probably be feeling better. And it's like, she has shown, given years ago, but she has shown not that long ago that she has the ability to be on a podium, and she just needs a little more time in a halfpipe. That's the whole thing. And then she might be our best athlete. So I agree with you. I mean, it's tough to jump over athletes like that, but when you have an athlete that has shown podium potential before, hasn't been fully healthy to qualify for this Olympics, I think it makes sense that's why you have coach's discretion. So I agree.
And that's where
I wish I could disagree with you. So it would be more interesting. But yeah, it seemed, it's not obvious, but it's almost obvious,
Yeah, and there's a lot of variables here that we don't know about. Like we don't know her level of health, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Or strength.
Maybe she won't be
healthy
enough for the Olympics. Yeah, that's fair.
And maybe it's been like, I'm going to push for it this year, but I really don't know. And and we're going to see how it goes. And it could be not going well. It could be going really well. Just when I hear, especially when you get down to that 4th spot and you talk about coach's discretion, I think more about that like true medal potential. And so, Hannah's been out for a while, but before that, she was in X Games. She was on
really
podiums.
Good.
And she was the great white women's halfpipe hype, whatever you want to call it. And so I hold some personal stock in that, but it's not my decision. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm thrilled that's not my decision, as a matter of fact.
Me too.
I don't want to have to deal with it. I just want to be able to talk about it on the internet. All right. Men's slopestyle. You want to talk about a tough one. All right. A-Hall. He's going.
Congrats.
Yeah. Troy Podmilsack. He's going.
Congrats.
Yeah. Mac Forehand. It's not official, but it's official. He's going.
It's official. Congrats.
After that, you've got a lot of good skiers. Connor Ralph is in a great spot. He's in a great spot. However, I mean, you could say Colby Stevenson is also in a great spot because he qualified first at this event, where if he wins, he's definitely has an Olympic spot. If he gets second, or if he gets a podium general, then it gets sticky. Pete, your thoughts?
Spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's spicy. This is like almost mirrors men's halfpipe, where, I don't know. We should have some more spots, and I think both Connor and Colby deserve to go.
Yep.
maybe deserves not the right word, but like should go.
I mean, it's kind of the right word. Like they both very much have the potential to win an Olympic medal. Like that is not a hot take at all. Like that's like a mid take. So
it is, and like okay, let's put them like next to each other. Connor has been consistent, right? For the most part, or for what we've seen this year, which isn't much. And then I can look back to last year. He's been very consistent, right? Colby has been like a little hit or miss. Like Aspen did not go his way. Connor ended up in fourth, a debatable fourth, right? So, but then at the same time, you have like, you know, your number one, I think it happened this morning in locks. Your number one qualifier is Colby. Like when Colby is on, is he, you can't say unbeatable, but he is very, very, very good.
Yeah.
And also I think has that ability to change up this rail, change up this jump, change up this grab, because that's what's going to give him the edge. Yeah. And so like I always think about him, Colby, especially within the last like 4 years, like this cycle. But he, like, I could never count him out.
Yeah. So here is this is, I guess, my hot take on this. And I'm not trying to like, you know, jump over athletes, you know, with results or without results, the whole thing. But this qualifying cycle has been a dumpster fire. And again, like normally with discretion, you can only choose someone that hasn't really been healthy enough to do the contests, right? Like that's if you're going to jump over someone with the results. But what if your qualifying has been a dumpster fire and your qualifying has been injured? You know what I mean? Like Colby would have easily been the second choice behind A-Hall to pre-qualify someone for the Olympics last year, right? Like no brainer. Like, okay, if you can't take A-Hall, or, you know, if you can't take two, it'd be A-Hall and Colby. And it's just like Colby hasn't really had the chance. I mean, he's had a little bit of a chance, but like he's like, he doesn't, big air isn't his specialty, right? Like slopestyle is his specialty. And he's had one shot to show that he's a good slopestyle skier. And like, that's just not the way slopestyle works, right? Like you can't just be like, yeah, you need to, you know, put down this run right now. Like that's not the way it works, right? Like slopestyle is really difficult to be highly consistent in because of level of quality of the field and just like how courses change from each event. And like, you know, you have to take chances on rails and, you know, it's just like, it is really difficult.
Sure. Yeah, you add rails in, there's obviously more of a variable factor in there, right? We're kind of like a little more anything could happen.
Colby's one of those guys that could he goes big on rails. Like he tries really, really difficult stuff. He does not go halfway.
No, not at all. And I think the other thing to note too is that just the overall like strength of field or just numbers in a slopestyle event is more than double a halfpipe field.
Yeah.
Right? More than double on any given World Cup event. And so it's like,
with more guys that can win.
And it's hard. There's so much variability there that I don't know. When you look, I like that you called it a dumpster fire because it has been. But it's like that can come, that change, at least on the US qualification side, can come from within where we say, okay, we're going to give a couple opportunities at the end of the year before the last two events. Those will also be qualifiers. Or maybe you just open that qualifying field that includes the last two events from the year before and then everything before, where it's like, and then you don't know what result is going to be there, almost similar to our ranking system of events. Because if you're banking on having it at Dubai, it's not happening. And even when it does happen, it's super cold and snowy. Every single time I've been there freezing my butt off. And this year it didn't even happen, right?
Yeah.
So if we had used those last two, and I guess that could fall into coach's discretion, but it should be written out. People should be aware that your last two plus however many we get off in the Olympic qualifying year are all going to be a part of that consideration.
Yeah. And I get it. It's difficult to plan for, you know, no one is going to have snow anywhere, but it's a thing that happens. It
Andy,
is a thing that happens.
It shouldn't be. It's the same as like not putting a weather day into any FIS event ever, right?
Yeah.
There's undoubtedly going to be weather. There's undoubtedly going to be weather, especially in a few locations. put a weather day in.
Yeah. More contingencies should be in play. Like, the Olympics are too important, and you should build in some what happens if it's a dumpster fire contingencies.
For sure.
I think that's a great idea, Pete. And I don't think they will do it.
I don't think so either, but I also think, like, from the athlete perspective, they would probably appreciate to know, hey, we put these contingencies in here. Just so you know, this last slopestyle event may be a part of our consideration. Like, if you tell people, if you communicate stuff ahead of time, I don't know, the world is a better place.
So this is the last thing. This is the last thing I'll say on this. And that is that I hope in 4 years, a few things happen. But I hope you can't hear these dogs barking. But anyway, point is, I think that X Games and other events need to be a part of Olympic qualifying so you can spread out the love across different events, different organizers, and we can have more events for Olympic qualifying. It's not just World Cups that kind of have budget, kind of have courses, and you
at a minimum the budget for one additional weather day per event.
Yeah, that'd be nice. So that brings me to ladies slope, because I think this is my hot take, and you can tell me what you think about this. When all the important people at US Ski Team, and they get in the room and they're like, okay, we're going to talk discretion. It's time, give me you guys your lists. I think the first thing that Slopestyle needs to talk about, the first person, is Rel Harwood. Number one on my list, first discretion, Rel Harwood. Congratulations, you're going to the Olympics. Yep. And that's a hot take because she hasn't had any results. But the problem is she also hasn't been very healthy. And I have zero inside information, but I am curious how much she would even be competing right now if it weren't for Olympic qualifying. So I'm she is our best chance to win a medal in slope and big air on the women's side. Take her. Like, I understand she's, done a couple contests and she hasn't done well, but she's also missed contests with injury. She had to pull out of Steamboat because of injury. Like, she's not been healthy. Give her a spot, period.
Yeah. I mean, this goes back into what we were talking about, where it's like, because we've had a lack of events, you've got what I would even consider probably your best slopestyle female athlete there.
Yeah.
I mean, after Dubai, or if she had injuries, I haven't pulled her results from last year, but she's been
good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would have basically already given her a spot before this year even started. And if that gave her some time to heal up and train and do a bunch of whatever she needs to do, because again, I don't have any information there either, just kind of like the outsider perspective, she should already had a spot. Her and A-Hall should have been named at the same time for slopestyle, is my opinion.
Yeah, and I don't think this opinion is novel, right? I would imagine, the coaches, the people at the US Ski Team are hopefully trying to find a way to give Rel a spot. And you don't have to try very hard. Like, she's still number one on the fist points list. Not that I give the fist points list any credit for anything at all. It's a trash list. But in this instance, it works for you because she's still the number one American female on that list. So maybe you can fall back on that and you can be not healthy, number one, still in fist points, she gets a spot. But let me tell you, if she doesn't get a spot, that is bad, and colossal poor planning management from the US team.
I kind of think so too. And I'm sure, again, like we said, it's if we look at Rel, Grace, Marin, who else do we have in there? Avery?
Yeah, Avery Crumay, I think her name's pronounced. I don't even know. That's how new she is.
But I mean, she's been in the mix a little bit there too, but I'm sure that she will get a spot barring an injury that's going to keep her from going.
Yeah.
Or keep her from being cleared to go, because we know people have skied through injuries before because it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And they can still go out and put it down. So I hope for the best in that situation. I wish that I knew some more information.
But I'm terrified for the worst.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess I'll end that piece of it with like, Rel, you're the best.
Yeah.
And,
and we will also be mad if for some reason, somehow.
Not at you. We'll be mad at external factors.
But, yeah.
I'm just in like a fingers crossed scenario for.
That's a good idea. Let's stay positive. Okay, so number 2 spot for women's slope and big air, it's got to be Avery Crumé.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a Crumé. Like, I don't know how you pronounce her name, because she's super young and I really don't know much about her, but she's good. She is the real deal.
And she's putting runs down, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do we want? We want people to go. We want them to put runs down and be competitive. So, like, I don't see why she wouldn't be in the mix. She is in the mix.
Yeah.
Of the 4 because it's completely wide open right now. So
yeah, she is basically the mix so far this year in terms of results, contest results. She is the mix. I think number 3 has got to be Grace Henderson, right?
It does, but it just like on paper is tougher. But again, it's like, in terms of Grace, it's like I don't even look on paper. We talked about this earlier this year, which is like back to her, what was it, a dub 10 blunt?
Yeah.
In X Games. Like, we know the caliber of skiing that she's capable of. So yeah, I put her on there for sure.
Yeah, Grace has a 6th. I mean, that's not bad.
Oh, she does from this year?
Yes, Dubai. And then she got a 9th in Aspen. And she's
I forgot that women's took qualifiers in Dubai.
You know what I forgot? I forgot to complain about this about Aspen. Finals. They took 16 men and 8 ladies to finals in Aspen. And in my opinion, if you're taking twice, don't get me wrong, I understand. The men's field is more deep and you should take more men for sure. But taking twice as many men as you took ladies into finals is too many. I mean, 15 and 9, 14 and 10, but
what was
16 and 8 is not the right ratio.
There's only 24,
That's the wrong answer.
24 athletes total on the women's side.
Yeah.
For slopestyle, but I agree. Go out to 10.
And so Grace was 1 spot out of finals in Aspen, and in Locks, the event going on right now, she's 1 spot out of finals. 1 friggin' spot.
Yeah. No, Grace is on my list for sure. The interesting one too was brutal. Elena, Julia, and Grace Henderson all scored a 60 with a varying, tenths after it, meaning their runs were all incredibly
almost identical.
Close. Yeah, and that's how the ranking came out. That's fine, but yeah, I would say
sucks.
It sucks, and just go to 10.
Yeah, and so. And then, honestly, because what we're talking about before, like with quota spots, freestyle, all that crap, I don't know if we're going to get a 4th ladies big air slope spot. Right now, Marin Hamill looks like she would probably be the one. And so, but Marin did qualify for finals in Lock. So she has a chance
for sure
to get a result. And that would be great. That would work. Avery Crumé also qualified for finals. But whatever. Point is, if they do well, it would give us a better case to get those 4 ladies to go. So, hopefully that happens.
I hope so too. And I mean, that's the hope, is that we take 4, men's and women's on both sides of things. So, oh boy, fingers crossed. And Locks final is going to be, I mean, we all knew that, especially on the men's side and the women's too, because the door was so wide open that it was going to come down to this. Course looks sweet over there. It's going to be a heavy final.
Easily best course.
At least just watching it.
It's not saying a whole lot because it's slow. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think it looks dope.
For sure.
I'm ready to watch a real slope style event, Pete. Imagine. What an idea. All right, Pete. Is it time? Is it OPP time?
Yeah.
All right.
It's my favorite part.
It is everyone's favorite part, Pete. So the order of park and pipe skiers is a points list that Pete and I manage and curate and all that stuff. We take the best of the best. X Games, Snow League, World Cups, whatever it is. And we will take everyone's results, put them on a points list, and we will tell you who, in fact, is down with OPP. So, Pete, so I guess slope? No, well, slope's not, we'll do pipe first, and then we'll, whatever. Slope is just, there's only one contest. So, here we go. As we discussed earlier, or I guess we didn't, but so Aspen pipe contest was great, right?
Yeah, that was an A event for me. In terms of competitors, pipe, pop off, which I think should be like a...
How much pop off did it have?
Yeah, that thing popped off. Yeah. So that was an A event to me.
So, okay, well, Pete, I think we can agree that this was probably, like, so far the best event of the year, right? So, sure. Do we dial it up to 11, right? Is this not just an A tier, but an S tier event? Is it one of those?
I don't know if we're ready to spinal tap it.
The numbers all go to 11.
It's like we have the Olympics happening this year, right? That's going to be the best collection, assuming that we've got a good pipe over there. That, to me, could be the one, not just because it's the Olympics, but because you're going to have like this incredible strength of field there, right?
Okay.
So I'm not ready, although Aspen popped off and it was fantastic pipe and event and everybody skied great. And there were, a solid group of competitors there. I'm not ready to go there yet.
Okay. I agree. I wanted to throw the heat check out there to make sure.
Worth a discussion.
We were on the same page. A tier, not yet S tier. And maybe we won't even get any S tier events this year. I don't know. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Yeah.
There's a lot of variables.
You got to prepare for everything. All right. So A-level event, that means FMI gets 100, Hunter's at 80, Nick Goepper 64, on and on and on, right? We've had other A-level events. Yeah. So, ladies, would you stick with A?
I think.
So, obviously, no Eileen. I agree. Level of competition was really high. It really was.
Right. And like, it's not like, the skiing didn't suffer because Eileen wasn't there. I mean, that was a great event. I'd have to go A for the women.
And I'll even say this, right? Judging was pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, of course, you can always find stuff to be like, I don't know. Like, I probably would have put Abby Winterberger a little higher. Also, this is interesting too, because like, what was Calgary? Was it? Maybe it was. Whatever. So I feel like, no, it was Copper. I actually would have said when it was Alex Ferreira and Hunter Hess, and we were like, Hunter Hess should have won that contest. Like maybe, so we're, kind of implying that maybe Alex was a little overscored. Different judging panel on Aspen. I kind of feel like Alex is maybe a little underscored.
Yeah, I know.
That's, I mean, that's just, and I'm trying not to complain, but I mean, that's just, the way it is with different judging panels. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Alex might have been a little underscored, which is just weird because, just coming off of being like, well, he was a little overscored, a little underscored. Anyway, that's the way that goes. But overall, judging pretty good. Conditions were great. The whole thing was great. So we're going to say ladies A. So pretty much same number allotment that I just told you about going down, but for ladies. Slopestyle. We said B for Slopestyle, right?
That's a B grade event for sure. And I know we're not factoring this in, like the judging thing, right? That can't be a factor of our points list. Like that's where they place. We can complain about it, but it can't change our points. You know what I mean? Or can it?
I don't totally agree. Well, number one, right? If we felt like, like if, let's say they had, I mean, this isn't super crazy, but let's say Henry Silderu won, right? And we were like, I don't know, kind of feel like Mac should have won. And we've done this before. We would bump up Mac's points, right? We would put Mac just under Henry. But I also feel like, if you put on an otherwise good event and your judging is just a disaster, then yeah, I feel like the overall event score would come down.
Okay. I guess I can agree with that because that is one of the factors to these events, right? And if we think there's like a large controversy, if we think it, then I guarantee there's a bunch of other coaches and athletes that think it too. And so, I think
as mean as we are, I think we're nicer than a lot of other coaches and athletes. So
I think so too. But I also think in terms of representing what we deem to be a very true points list indicative of the overall event and competitors and everything, we should factor that in.
Yeah, I think you have to. So
fair enough.
Yeah. Straight B-level event, men and ladies, right?
Yep.
All right. Pete, are you ready?
Oh, no, dude.
Here we go. New OPP rankings list for the week of whatever week we're in right now. I'm not entirely sure. Number 1 is still Hunter Hess. Not a surprise to me, not a surprise to you, but...
Nope, but I love it.
Kid's been doing it. Number 2, FMI.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
not a surprise to me, not a surprise to you.
Binsky,
a little surprised
somehow.
I guess Hunter's in front of FMI, but...
No,
I don't know.
Inconsistency, I get it.
Yeah, that's true. And number 3, Burke Irving, who will hopefully be getting an Olympic spot soon.
Yeah, also consistent. Like, let's be real, the points don't lie. The list does not lie.
After that, you get Nick Goepper, Luke Harold. Also great skiers. Good years. Imagine that.
Yep.
Ladies, first place is still Kushin.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because she got 3rd. Yeah. I mean, again, consistency. She's been skiing great. Number 2, Zoe Atkin. She jumped over Indra, and now Indra is 3rd.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
I mean, let's be real. Zoe put down a really good run.
Yeah.
Indra was 4th. Zoe was 2nd. So I think that's legit.
Yeah, I think it's a good points list. And again, this is like the people that
I know it's a good points list, Pete.
Yeah, it's the best points list. And slope is great that we've got it started, but I mean,
we
basically
have athletes.
List is your first 5 in Aspen for men and women. Like those are your points leaders.
Yeah. Well, Pete, Stubai. The ladies at least have Stubai. So
I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah. So first place is Meg Oldham actually for ladies.
Pretty good.
She got, I don't even know what she got in Stubai. We gave her 30 points. So maybe that was like 5th? 3rd? Oh, that was a C-level event. So maybe it was 3rd, whatever. But yeah, 2nd in Aspen. Kirsty Muir, 2nd place. She didn't even do Stubai, or she didn't make finals. I don't know which one it was. Yeah. Olivia Aslan 3rd.
Yeah, she's a contender too. Again, so excited for the locks final. It's gonna be fantastic.
Nice, isn't it? But yeah, as you said, men's OPP is literally just the podium from Aspen, which is Mac Henry and Ulrich Samnoy. Don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, but yeah,
but he's on there.
Interesting list, but oh boy, is he ever on there?
It'll change.
Yeah, Pete, that's your OPP update. How do you feel about the OPP? Are you happy so far with the OPP? Is there anywhere that the OPP could improve, Pete?
No, I mean, it is like we've been discussing things, as we go in each episode here that I think are quality discussions. And I think by the end of the year, we're going to have the most accurate and most important points list built out that you can see on fist-sucks.com. And
that's a great call out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Pete, you want to know another thing that fist-sucks.com does?
Yeah.
It sells hoodies. And I think we are officially again selling hoodies. There was a new Hunter Hess hoodie up there that maybe people should go check out. There's probably going to be some hoodies flowing across your screen right now. as those get put in post. But yeah, head on over. Check it out. Fist-sucks.com.
The new Hunter one is amazing. It just is. And if you
I'm a big fan.
if there's a desire for like a OPP 1980s hip hop inspired shirt, I mean that could be in the works.
That could
kind of
be
weird. Kind of weird to wear a T-shirt or a hoodie supporting a points list.
I don't think that's weird at all.
No, it doesn't really matter. It's just we appreciate your support, so we'll keep checking it out.
Yeah, keep doing the thing. So Pete, did you see what happened yesterday? I think it was yesterday, right?
Yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. On the U.S. ski team YouTube page, because it's almost like they learned that YouTube exists, and they had they had a Rev Tour live on YouTube and watchable by people.
Yeah, I heard about it. I wasn't able to tune in. And instead of going negative with it, I'm just going to say, great job. It's 2026. Please continue.
Yeah, I think it's a great...
all I got,
It was awesome. Technology, it's something else, isn't it? The things...
It's like fairly easy, too.
Yeah, and people like to watch things on the internet. That's something that I've learned recently.
Yeah.
It doesn't, the TV that I watch the most that has, like the antenna on top of it, where I can get all my favorite channels, people don't watch that as much now. But so I hear people that aren't boomers, they like to watch stuff like that. No, but so seriously.
Streams out.
Yeah, no, but seriously, it was awesome. Like, it really was. Like, they just had a drone that was flying over the course on a loop.
Yeah.
And showing everybody's runs. And it was awesome. There was at least like 200 people watching this.
Yeah.
And like, the only reason I knew about it was because Burke Irving put up a link on his Instagram
That's who told
story.
me too.
Yeah, it's like, imagine if they actually advertised this. Like, I think that people have learned, let's just say, that there is an appetite for this, that people want to watch this. And that is a good thing. Right?
For sure. And 200 people is not a small amount of people joining in on a live stream.
Yeah, especially since it's a very underground live stream.
For sure. Yeah. Publicize it, because I would have blocked my day out to log in there for a little bit had I known about it, had it been publicized. So yeah, congrats on doing it. Let me know next time.
Yeah, next time, let's do it for real. Yeah. Another thing in the news, Pete, Lindsey Vonn is actually really good.
Yeah. Okay. This though takes me back to, it's like the first episode we did this season.
Yeah.
And it was like this hot take that like Lindsey Vonn is going to win a gold medal. And I was like, no way. And that shows
to be fair, that was okay. No. To be fair, that was not the hot take. The hot take was Michaela Schifrin and Lindsey Vonn will win all the Alpine gold medals.
Okay.
But to your point, am I starting to sweat a little bit because we made fun of them for how stupid that take was? It's not really that's like, okay, I still think it's stupid, but it's not as stupid as I thought it was, because Lindsey Vonn looks great and Michaela Schifrin looks great. I don't think they're going to win all the medals, but they will, I think, probably win some medals. And it's also just awesome.
I think it's just awesome too. There was some quote, I think that Lindsey Vonn's dad or something said to her, and he was like, "God, you're old," or something like that. After she won like World Cup downhill or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me feel bad about myself because I'm a little older than Lindsey Vonn. Every time I go skiing, I'm like, oh, my knees and my back, and oh, this just hurts. And yeah, so Pete, if you had to compete in a downhill against Lindsey Vonn, do you think you could win?
No, I'm realistic. I know. Dude, she's a goat. She's a goat, and that's not men's or women's. That's not anything. And I think that her work ethic, just like you said, like, oh, it makes me feel bad. We're like the same age. It's like, yeah, should I go hit the treadmill tonight? Probably.
Yeah, right? That's not a bad idea. I should do something.
She is a competitor. There is no chance in a downhill that I would win. I'd love to do it. I would love if there was an event that was like, so you think you can,
didn't you see?
Vonn, come out and try it.
Yeah, there was a poll. I don't know where it was. It was like 10% of men thought they could take a point off of Serena Williams or something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Of course.
Yeah.
That's that degenerate 10% of men.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you.
Get real.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you that Lindsey Vonn would kick my ass if give me a solid 3 years of working out, getting coached every single day, and I might not embarrass myself, but I still wouldn't.
You're
win.
Still gonna lose.
Yeah.
But
I might not embarrass myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I watched. I actually don't know where it was, but yeah, the most recent downhill that she won. And I mean, honestly, she smoked everybody. Like, she really is better than everybody else, despite being 41. And I'm honestly shocked. Like, I didn't see it coming.
I didn't either, but I'm here for it. Like, I'm down. It's
absolutely down.
Cool. And like, I'm sorry, I talked some jazz, but I also don't know anything about Alpine. Don't follow, so.
Yeah, it was funny, too, because the announcers were like, Lindsey Vonn going into her last Olympics looks really good or something like that. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not entirely sure this is going to be your last Olympics anymore. Like,
no,
I don't know. Like, yeah. I'm about 4 years older than her, and I don't feel much worse than I felt at 40. So
yeah,
you probably do it. Let's be real.
We're here for it.
Yeah. All right, Pete. Are you ready for power rankings?
This is what I thought we were doing earlier, but it was just OPP list, and I got nervous. But now we are at power rankings, and I'm still like, not nervous, I'm just upset. I don't like doing these, okay? I don't like it.
Okay, Nick, I don't like doing these. You or me first? Slope or pipe first?
Let's do pipe because we've wrapped up our pipe qualifying events to the Olympics. Let's just start there, I guess.
Okay. I'll go first, because I know you're going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
When we pulled my things up. Number one, I still have FMI. And look, I don't feel bad about it. And what I said about Hunter earlier is true. Hunter is my number two. Number three, I have Goepper. And number four, I have Alex.
Yeah, no, you're wrong.
That is a really, really difficult list to put together. I don't have Luke Harold on there, which to me is insane.
When's the last time we saw Luke Harold? Not to say he's not.
Okay, that's fair.
Because he crushes, but like,
yeah, no, that's fair. Power rankings is the here and now. No, that's fair.
It's the here and now, and he wasn't in Aspen, and that's fine. He's a contender.
Yeah, just wait until he skis again, though. Then we're gonna have a problem.
Well, I feel like we're gonna have to do a power ranking, like pre-Olympic power ranking, too.
Yeah, this is kind of pre-X Games power ranking right now.
This pre-X, well, I'll give you that. Yeah. Well, your list sucks, and I don't agree.
Thank you.
With it. All right, well, let's go ahead with.
Show me yours. No. You do men pipe.
Hunter Hess, then FMI,
okay.
Then Alex Ferreira, and my spoiler is Matt LeBot and or Burke Irving, depending on
which contest.
No, just depending on who gets the nod.
Okay, that's fair.
To the games, because that'll be our next Halfpipe event. So I'm allowed to have two there because
X
that
Games,
spot's wide open.
Then Olympic Games. The games.
Yeah,
games,
but
did you forget about X Games, Pete?
No.
No, I don't think you're crazy. I mean, again, I still think FMI has the run to beat. I really do. But man, like Hunter took such a massive leap up that like I knew it was possible, but I was like, okay, 5% chance, Hunter takes that leap. Like I knew he could, but I just didn't think it was going to be a thing.
He did, and he's here. I talk about it all the time. It's the trajectory, right?
It's crazy.
Does FMI level off? No, I don't think that that's a possibility. Just with the way he's been skiing.
Yeah, probably not.
But at
You're
the
right.
same time, like Hunter Hess' trajectory in terms of consistent results, and then again, what we saw in that second run that he almost landed, Yeah, he's my number one, and I'm typically right. So
I didn't hallucinate. You said Alex and then Burke and or Matt LaBaugh. So no Goepper again.
I don't remember my last list. It sounds like you do, but I don't remember.
Seems like you got something against Nick, and I want to know what it is.
I sure don't.
All right, ladies. Man, I'm going Zoe, number one. Then Eileen.
I'm saying.
Oh, wait. Am I reading your list accidentally?
I don't know.
Yes, I am. Okay.
Oh yeah, get off
that
list.
That was the start of Pete's list. I was on the wrong tab. Pete wrote his thing on our little outline here, and I got distracted. Eileen's number one for me. I was like, wow, really? I'm going with Zoe. Then Zoe. Then Li Feng Wei, who won the event, who I love. Is this the exact same list that I had last week? It might be. And then Indra Brown. I think it's the exact same list because nothing has convinced me otherwise.
Way to put some thought into it.
I know, right? I mean, it's like it is getting harder and harder to just put Eileen at the top of the list, but judges, they really like Eileen. And I'm not saying I fully understand it, but I'm not sure what it's going to take other athletes to do to knock her off.
I'll tell you what it's going to take because I'll give you my list, which you already spoiled half of it, which is
welcome.
Zoe and then Eileen and then Kushin. My spoiler is Svea. But I'll tell you what's going to take Eileen off the top spot, and it's the fact that she's going to go and try to compete in all three again.
I mean,
so she wasn't at the last event, and that's fine. And Zoe didn't win this event either. But again, I think that singular focus, and then also in terms of like training blocks and recovery and this and that and whatever.
And half-pipes last, man.
And I've said this before.
Slope and big air.
Yeah, and I've said this before, and I've been proved wrong by Eileen almost every single time because she's a fantastic athlete, fantastic competitor.
She's really
these
good.
These are my power rankings, so
yeah, you can do whatever you want.
They're not hers.
I like
yours.
Mine. I like Kushin in there for sure. And I like Svea in there, and I mean, man, it might actually be tougher to pick ladies' pipe than men's pipe.
Yeah, I think
kind of
so
saying
too.
a lot.
Yeah, I think there's like a solid 5 to 6 variable, but you can say that about men's too.
I wish I could. Yeah, like I do this because I want us to be able to like argue and tell the other one that they're stupid, but I mean, yeah, I am actually kind of into it. Okay, are you ready for slope?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You want me to do men or women?
Start with the women.
Okay. I have Mathilde, number one. I was on your list for a second there.
I know. Are you reading my list again?
Megan Oldham, number two.
Okay.
Canada. Kirsty Muir, 3. And spoiler, Eileen Gu, number one qualifier at Locks. Like the definition of spoiler, in my opinion, for slopestyle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think she knows what's going to happen. It's either going to be awesome or she's going to crash and have to pull out of the contest. I should have said that. I do not want her to do that. I do not wish that on her. Do not do that.
Yeah, I saw her run from qualifiers. She's my spoiler too. Eileen is my spoiler.
Okay. I see. You copied me. I get it.
Okay. It was okay for being the top qualifier. I wasn't mind blown by this slope run by any means. But again, just qualifying. Anyways, she's my spoiler. I also have Mathilde in first. Then I go Christy Muir and then Elena Gaskill. I feel incredibly confident about it. And I think I did the same thing last year with Mathilde where I was like, I've seen the skills. Like when that full package comes together, it's out of this world. It really is.
Yeah.
It takes a good course, it takes good speed and all this stuff. But yeah, so she's my number one.
I'm going to say too, with Tesla Do out for the year and Flora Tabinelli is like, maybe she can compete. Like that's a huge hit to the women's field. Huge hit, in my opinion. Because those were like two of the best athletes last year.
For sure. I mean, you could put Rel in that mix too.
Yeah.
Like she's been competing, but we, potentially some sort of injury or ailment or something. But it's like, if she's not there either, that's a big hit to the overall makeup of the field.
Yeah, I totally agree. So it's an we've only had a contest and a half for ladies slope, but yeah, it's an interesting year for them. All right, dudes.
Men's.
Would you
want
like
me to go first?
No, you can go first.
You want me to
go?
Mine's super easy. It goes.
I have not actually looked at yours, so I am very interested to see how this is going to go.
Okay, mine goes Alex, Colby, Mac, and the spoiler is Connor Ralph.
America.
Yeah, it is.
America.
It is. Yeah, exactly. It's an Olympic season. All four of them.
You are just rooting for the home team, Pete. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I am. And the only reason, the only reason I left Troy off of there is like he's not doing locks. I'm kind of looking at this into locks or X Games or whatever, right? Troy's going to the Olympics, so I'm a big fan of him too, but he's not like a spoiler in terms of slopestyle for me. But yeah, those four. That's my four. They're from the U.S. and they're all fantastic.
And you're not apologizing for it.
No, I will never.
All right. I got Mac forehand number one.
That's great. I'm okay with that too. Mine weren't in order. Those are just four names.
Okay. Oh, okay. Anyway, I think it's time. He has been kind of knocking on A-Hall and Colby's door for the past couple seasons. I think it's time. Luca Harrington, number two. Everyone knows how much I love Luca Harrington. Alex Hall's number three. What's that?
Yeah, I love Luca Harrington too. He's not on my list.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Imagine if we were American though.
Cool.
A-Hall 3, Burke Rude spoiler. I mean, bro, Burke Rude is a really good skier, and he hasn't had the chance to really compete much this year because of all the reasons that we've talked about. But it looks like he's at Lux, and we're gonna see how this is gonna go. I don't think he's fallen off.
I don't think so either, but he doesn't make the top four list for me.
Well, how bold.
With the main reason being like, yeah, he's a great skier and he can put it down and he can do it or whatever, but I'm not rooting for him. This list was like who I'm rooting for men's slopestyle. That's how I did this.
That's fair.
Because I don't like power rankings. I don't like it, but this is my pump up list. Those four guys. Get it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I wrote down some names just to be like, look, this is how hard it is to put this list together, because you ask anybody else and you could have Colby Stevenson, Matej Sponsor, Henry Silderu, Angie Rogetli, Tormed Frosted. I don't know if that's how you actually pronounce his name, but it's kind of fun to say. Yeah, Ben Barclay, Connor Ralph. Like, there's a lot of really, really good podium potential athletes. And more that I miss, I'm sure. So, yeah, power rankings for slope is really hard, especially when there hasn't been any slopestyle contests. But
it's like, I'm excited to watch the Locks final. I'm excited to do another episode. I'm not excited to do power rankings.
No, nobody
is. It's fun. It's fun, but it's terrible.
Honestly, it's like fun for me to think about, but it's not fun for me to make a decision for.
Yeah, that's a good way.
Because I'll watch some runs and look over some results and do that whole thing, and then I'm like, oh man, I need to make a decision here. This sucks.
Yeah,
I don't know how I'm gonna do this. But yeah, but then I see Luca Harrington, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can put him on my list. This is fun. Maybe it's fun again. I don't know. So Pete, has the weather improved at all?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm here in Montana. It's 65 degrees and sunny, and I have what I've coined reverse seasonal depression because our skiing is terrible, and that's all I want to do. I don't want to bike. I don't want to skateboard. Like, those things are okay, but like, this is the winter. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not going to get a chance to ski in July. I can do all that stuff in July. I'm over it. I don't know what's going on, but I'm 100% over it.
Well, I think it's going to snow here in Virginia on Sunday. So
fantastic. I'm so happy.
Got that to look forward to.
Oh, I think
nice.
it rained like however many centimeters in Whistler the other day too, where they were like doing okay, and then it rained like a terrible amount of rain.
Yeah.
So it's like
when
I
it
know
snows
I'm not
10 centimeters and then it rains 10
like
centimeters.
20 or something. Yeah. So it's
That's
like
not what you want.
no, I know I'm not the only one here. I think we're all dealing with that. Just I hope everybody can be strong. Don't be depressed.
I don't think people are being strong or not depressed, but and I would like to say before we totally wrap this thing up too, is if you would like to join Pete and I in our quest to hit 100 subscribers before the 2030 Olympics, go ahead and hit subscribe because, you know, it's a fun little game that we're playing, you know?
Oh. Didn't we have to do this last year before X Games?
We did, and there's really no reason anyone needs to subscribe to us this year. But, you know, this has been a while since we've said that, and I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. That and, you know, sell powder protein drinks on YouTube.
Yeah, I think we fell off in the summer with 0 content, but that's not our fault. Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll talk about something in the summer. Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe. Like and subscribe, please.
Yeah. Or don't. It's kind of whatever. I mean, you should buy a hoodie, though.
Yeah.
Buy that Hunter Hess hoodie that I'm going to put in the middle of the screen right now. Because it's kind of cool. And we also have Alex Ferreira and some other wonderful athletes.
Yeah.
Isn't that exciting?
Jams on there, but
yeah,
dude, I think that was a nice one. I'm looking forward to, like I said, our second Slopestyle.
Yep.
Which is nice that I didn't have to wait.
Hey, we got 2 coming up. Yep. Locks.
Yeah.
Then X Games.